cannot become a developed nation since still 70% population is living in the village. So if we will not take care of digitization or taking the technological power to the villages, it is not possible to be a developed nation.
India's rural economy is much more than the farm sector. There exist both headwinds and tailwinds to the rural economy at the moment. In 2020 to 2021, when the India's economy suffered its largest ever contraction of 7.3%, agriculture was the silver lining. The sector grew at 3.63%, which, although lower than the 4.31% growth in 2019-2020, was still a significant cushion for the overall economy. Hello and welcome to the Honest Talk by Freak Folks. I'm Harsh Pandey. For this particular session, we have with us very special guest today, Dr. Hira Lal sir. He is an Indian Administrative Service Officer. Currently, he holds the position of Additional Mission Director, National Health Mission, Uttar Pradesh, and Additional Project Director, Uttar Pradesh State AIDS Control Society, Lucknow. He is currently also an honorary mentor of Model Gaon based on his celebrated experiment in Banda as District Magistrate, Model Gaon in his brainchild. Model Gaon is a non-profit initiative which aims to transform Indian villages into model villages. The vision of this project is to work towards the holistic development of villages. So first of all, sir, I welcome you to in this session. Thank you so much for joining and agreeing to share your thoughts with us.
Thank you for inviting me over here to discuss this Model Gaon. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you, sir. It's our pleasure too. So moving to the topic of today's session, which we have chosen is Gaon government improvement. So my very first request to you is, as we have seen, is that as Mahatma Gandhi actually very rightly said, and it is something that is still applicable, the soul of India lives in its villages. So my request to you is, please explain to our viewers what is Model Gaon, how do you define it, and what are its objective, how much work has been done, and what are your future goals?
Actually, Model Gaon is nothing but to improve the Gaon governance government. There are three levels of the governments: Government of India, state governments, and Gaon governments. So Gaon government is not working as per the expectations of the masses public and as it is expected by the constitutions or the rules and regulations. So the aim of the Model Gaon is to increase the income, to improve the quality of life of the villages. How it will happen? This will happen only by involving the masses. Without involving the masses, we cannot achieve this aim. We cannot achieve this aim. To involve the masses and to involve the power of the IT, meaning thereby information technology, we can achieve our this aim. We started in January 2021 and we have reached in all 75 districts of the Uttar Pradesh, 25 states in India and 2 other countries also. People from these places registered on our site, they downloaded our village manifesto. This shows they have accepted and appreciated our idea and they have associated to work on the Model Gaon concepts to improve the condition of the villages. This year, the objective was to create an atmosphere, a ecosystem around the Model Gaon. In this objective, we were successful and we have started working with 15 villages through handholding. And in the next year, in the 22, we have planned to increase the number of villages 50. And likewise, we are working with the 50 FPOs, and in the 22, we have planned to increase this number from 50 to 100 FPOs. So this is in brief the model now, and this is our plan.
This is really great, and I think the best thing is that people is actually accepting this, and people are supporting. This is really great, and you, as you have told, that you have achieved the aim of reaching 15 villages in 2021 and planning to conquer 50 villages. This is really a great. I'm sure this is going to create a great impact. So my next question to you is, as we have seen, is that the pandemic exposed their need to improve healthcare infrastructure both in urban and rural India. So my question to you is, how do you visualize the health infrastructure of Model Gaon?
Actually, Government of India is already in the process to digitize the health sector, bring all the stakeholders on a single platform. Already its pilot is being done, and in whole India, after success of the pilot, in whole India, health mission is in the progress. Government of India is working on it with the help of state governments. So no doubt, the health sector is having the top priority, and this is in the light of Corona. Corona has sensitized all of us that we cannot ignore now health sector. We will have to give priority to meet out the priority. We need the power of technology to associate with the health sector. That's why health sector is in the process to get digitized in a holistic manner under the able leadership and schemes and projects of the Government of India. One thing. Second thing, I follow in the Model Gaon, prevention is better than cure.
Correct.
Our focus is cure. People get ill. After getting ill, they visit the hospitals and doctors, and after that they get cured. That is not our philosophy. Our philosophy in Model Gaon, nobody wants to get ill. So please change your focus from cure to prevention. Do the things which will prevent the illness. So, good fooding habits, early to bed, early to rise, positive thinking, yoga, and there are so many things. There are so many things. Right. If we will follow in our lifestyle, we will not get ill. Right. So, we are promoting the prevention side of the wellness, and we are not against the cure, but we are trying to work on both, and our priority in prevention and cure is the prevention.
Yes, this is really actually great. I think that you have given a great message that we need to also focus rather on just actually also focus on this prevention things, because if we can prevent the things in the early age, then we will not feel at least means face any kind such of the challenges which we have seen in this COVID phase. So my next question to you is, we have seen is that a big economic opportunity for India lies in creating a competent and trained manpower. Of particular concern has been skilling of the rural youth, which constitute nearly 68% of the country's total population. So what are your recommendations to foster skilling and reskilling in rural India?
Actually, we know that the youth in rural area is not getting the jobs or employments of their choice. And that is also not even in urban areas, but the gravity is more in rural areas. Why? Because our knowledge, I say, agriculture is the best industry. Agriculture, meaning thereby farming is the best industry, and farmers are the best entrepreneur. But we do not understand this. Why? Because agri farming is a loss-making business. Why this is? Because our skill is outdated. Our skill is irrelevant. So you have very rightly pointed out through this question that we need to update our knowledge, and that is possible only through the reskilling or upskilling of our knowledge. Once we will upskill or reskill our knowledge, it will be relevant, and that will be helpful in converting the loss making industry of farming into profit making industry. So that is very relevant point, and government is doing good work in this regard. There are so many programs by different departments, rural development, skill India, and likewise there are so many online free courses so that people living in the villages can upskill their old knowledge sitting in their village itself, because connecting, searching, and going to the such centers is a big problem. So taking all these problems into account, easy to read, easy to write, easy to participate module has been created to upskill the knowledge.
Right. I think this is really great, and whatever you have told. And also, sir, I want you to focus on this technology aspect, because in first answer you have told whatever your plans regarding the model now you want to actually implement with the help of the advent of the technology. So also we need to actually understand is the technological revolution has already accelerated to another level, and technologies like robotics, AI, machine learning, Internet of Things, blockchain, drones, and augmented reality are being harnessed to create a safer, efficient, and more productive environment. So my question to you is, in your views, how technology will be helpful in reshaping the rural economy and building model Gaon?
Without taking the help of technology in current scenario, we cannot become a developed nation, since still 70% population is living in the villages. So if we will not take care of digitization or taking the technological power to the villages, it is not possible to be a developed nation.
Right.
So what is going on? Government of India has created two common service center, that is two internet points, and through this common service centers situated in the villages, many services are being delivered at the doorsteps of the villagers. So already we have such facilities, but we need to improve and increase the working and items and service delivery for the villagers. I had read somewhere that in India, villages are only 10% digitized. In China, villages are and in other many other countries, villages are fully digitized.
Yes.
So still we lack 90% digitization is not done in the villages. So we need to increase the digitization of the villages, and the power of IT must reach to the villages to improve the condition of the villages. So all the technological facilities must go into the villages with the help of community centers, CSC, which is already there to take care of the improved services, to act as a facilitator, to act as a collaborator, to act as a coordinator. So we must work on it, and already we are doing, government is doing work, but it's need acceleration.
Indeed, sir. And I think this is something which you have raised a very genuine point, and this is something we need to actually understand. Digitization is something that we need to adopt, because technology is something that is getting actually changing, and technology is something that is getting advanced by the minute, even not by the day or even not by the weeks. So we need to actually adopt, otherwise we will be left behind. And so my next question to you is, as we have moved into this 21st year of this 22nd year of actually 21st century, and passing through this very unprecedented time, almost everything has changed, and digitalization is the need of the hour, as you have mentioned. We now operate in an environment that can be very aptly described as VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. The pace of change is fast and getting faster. Organizations are flatter, customer demands are ever increasing, competition is global, continuous disruptions are now considered as new normal. What do you think? What is needed to survive and thrive in such a VUCA world?
Actually, every crisis is an opportunity. If you are facing the crisis, it means you are getting more strength. You are strengthening yourself. You are becoming more and more powerful. I see in this perspective and I see in this light. So this crisis is not harming us. The positive side of this, it is improving our many things.
Correct.
And we should not get disappointed. We should see how to change ourselves to adjust and to adapt new situations, post-COVID situations. And this pandemic is not a new. Earlier also, there are so many pandemics which we have faced and we have adjusted in post-pandemic. So likewise, we will also follow the same thing. Already now there is no panic, nothing, and we have acquired that much power to fight with the corona. That's why panic level has gone down. So
Right.
this is a turning point in the life of every citizens.
Correct.
People should learn what is their strength and how that strength they can utilize to better their lives after corona or in the post corona. So that is my advice, that one should analyze how to be more powerful in post corona.
Indeed, sir. I loved your optimism, and I think this is something we all need to actually understand instead of just actually telling that this is a crisis we have wasted our years and years. But we also need to learn that this crisis has actually taught us many things, and we need to adopt to actually survive and thrive in such a fast-paced, changing world. And sir, I can say there's a lot more to learn from you, but today I don't want to take too much of your time. So moving to my last question of this session, what are these some tips or advice would you like to give to actually suggest to rural youth who comes from rural background but keeps the capacity to bring the change in this world? Please, actually, it will be great if you could share some of your advices to them, because they have the enough capacity, they have the enough willpower, but only the things which they lack is that the kind of resources, availability of resources. So what will be advice would you like to give to them?
Actually, first and foremost, my advice is to the rural youth that they start dreaming. They do not have any dream. If any person, not the person living in rural areas, the person living in urban areas, if they do not have any dream, no ambition, so in the absence of the ambition and dream, there will be no effort. No effort means no result. So first of all, they should start dreaming. And there is a saying, there is will, there is way. If you see many examples, there are many examples that the great persons whom we know, if you see their history, you will find them that they have struggled a lot in their life. Okay, so resource shortage, knowledge shortage, and crisis and different type of shortage is not a problem with the rural youth. The problem is that they do not have any ambition, they do not have any dream. So my request to the rural youth, if you are living in the rural area, you start dreaming. Once you will start dreaming, and internet, social media, mobile has reached almost all the households.
Indeed.
I'm not saying that every member of a house is having the phone and internet connections, but I hope at least in one house there is at least one mobile phone having the internet connection. That is more than sufficient. Mobile phone is the ocean of the knowledge. If you have a mobile phone with internet connection, go in the Google, search out the knowledge you needed. But you will do it only when you have a dream. So dreaming is must.
Exactly. This was really a very wonderful piece of advice from your side. And thank you so much, sir, for joining. I'm sure the people, those who are watching this session, they are also going to find us insightful. And actually, they have learned many kind of things from this session. And we look forward to conduct more such session with you in future. And again, thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू, शुक्रिया आपको भी मुझे यहाँ इनवाइट करने के लिए और वार्ता करने के लिए. थैंक यू.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
नमस्कार.
On the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone.